Hey there, everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? So, check it out. I've got hair long enough to have in a ponytail now. I'm today is the 2 year anniversary of me completing chemotherapy. My chest looks great. I'm well. All my tests are coming back negative, so no more cancer. I've been in remission. It will be 2 years in March. So I am well. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that happened, and looking back, boy, was it predatory. So, when I was in chemotherapy in the fall of 2022, I had met up with a family member at a big museum that we have here in Ohio, the Wright-Patterson Air Force Museum. And we met up because that was just an annual thing. We always met up at least once a year to have a fun experience. And even if it was something simple, fun, like going to a great museum. At that point, I was in my N95 mask and I was bald, and I literally had to use my trekking poles, my hiking sticks, to stay upright, because that's what chemo does to you. It leaves you with so little energy and affects your balance and just fucks you up. And this family member and I get through a wonderful day at this museum, and then toward the end of it, we sit down, and this person who has continuously shoved their religion on me for decades even coerced me with money, like a car when I was in college. This person shares their experiences in their early life and all these magical feelings that they had when Yahweh reached out to them and they were young and they were asking for answers and looking for answers and all these different things. And in my mind, I'm going through counterpoint from both a pagan perspective, an atheist perspective, how the human brain works, and from their own history of massive failures that could have resulted in people dying. Because Yahweh reached out and did all this magical stuff when at the certain key points in their life, but apparently Yahweh couldn't tell them to act, move, listen, when their spouse was practically dying of blood clots, which thankfully enough their spouse survived, and is doing as good as somebody can at this point. But that person had failed to call an ambulance when their spouse was having a rush of blood clots. And apparently Yahweh couldn't tell them to do that, to take care of them properly at that very critical point. But beyond all this, you're shoving your Abrahamic religion into the face of a cancer patient whom you know does not follow the religion of Abraham and has vehemently said, I've studied your religion, I know more than you. Hell, this person didn't even know what the Torah was until I, a former atheist, now describing myself as agnostic pagan person, told them. I know the second of the three major Abrahamics. I've studied it, and not just the fluffy parts. I know the scary parts, the disgusting parts, the dangerous parts. About how basically the whole cult was founded by, well, not the whole cult, but a major point is a deity who we could describe as a pedophile, raping a 12 to 14-year-old. Mary of Nazareth was 12 to 14 years old when Yahweh did the dirty with her. And some might say, oh, well, you're judging it by modern standards. Well, why doesn't Yahweh do his little magical thing and make pedophilia okay? Or are you just going to make up another excuse? Anyway, getting back to my point. So, I was incredibly weak and in an incredibly vulnerable state. And you're going to shove your cult on me? What the fuck? Talk about predatory. And how many other people does this happen to? being agnostic, atheist, pagan, or just not following the Abrahamic religions, or just not following the most popular religion of a region. Somebody is in a medically vulnerable state and they have a cult shoved on them. Yeah. Looking back a little over 2 years beyond the incident, that was quite predatory. So I just had to let that out. Peace out, YouTubes.